Welcome, race fans, and get ready for Somo Racing here at Lazy Days Racing style at Martinsville tonight for 145 laps here in the Gen 6 Series. So congratulations to last week's winner. Looking forward to crowning another winner here this week. And I have Josh Medlock in the booth with me here. Josh, do you have the point pulled up and want to share those with them?
Yes, I do, Rudy. Got the points right here. Galen Gibman in first place with 197 points. Joe Roberts in second with 185. Keith Haney in third with 181. Ross Cato in fourth with 174. Chris Samard in fifth with 159. Adam Baker in sixth with 155. Evan Jones in seventh with 149. Joe Mitchell in eighth with 147. Thomas Brandner in ninth with 145. Brandon Hicks in 10th with 141. Rudy?
All right, very good, very good. Yeah, it's gonna be interesting here with Galen Gidman coming out with 2 wins already in this season. It is a long season here, though. I believe it's 36 races, pretty much the same as NASCAR schedule. So, and they run a lot of the same, the same races equal across the board. But anyhow, they are 145 laps in a lot of the races this season. This one here being Martinsville, it's going to be kind of I don't know, I think that's kind of a shortened down version of it, Josh. It's, I know they run a lot more laps than that here, but this will be kind of a shortened down version of it. It should be pretty good.
I got a feeling this is going to be a lot of bumper-to-bumper action right here, a lot of give and take on this track with these cars. But, Martinsville short track racing, anything gives in short tracks. So.
Right. Well, going to be interesting. Well, folks, as soon as this race is over here, I'm going to be going over with Roger Wagner, and we're going to be doing a little dirt testing. So I may be back up here on YouTube right after this race, shortly after, and we're going to be doing some dirt testing. We've got a few things in mind for some dirt racing, and we will be doing some dirt racing Saturday night. We got a couple of things planned up and in the works, so a lot of people I know are probably doing some dirt racing tonight.
I believe everybody's under a driver's meeting right now, correct?
Yeah, I think that's what I'm sorry. I'm reading chat here. Yeah, Braden, we're doing good, and thanks for popping in there, and I'm glad you're enjoying the stream here, man. That's pretty cool. We do like to have our faithful viewers. We got a lot of faithful viewers here at MaxSpeedTV. We'll see that climb up there as the race goes on. A lot of people tuning in here to watch. But Somo Racing, Southern Motorsports Racing League, ready to kick it off here for another race. Drivers meeting underway. They'll be back here in just a minute, ready to turn more laps. So, but Josh, what can you tell us about Martinsville?
I know it's a short track, and I don't race on it a whole lot, but for the track that it is, it's very fast speeds on the straightaways. Very tight in the corners. You lose grip fast. So if you've got somebody beside you or behind you, you really need to take it easy going into the corners because it will push out and up toward the wall.
Well, one of the things that I've noticed about this track is the fact that why am I missing cameras? Oh, okay, there we go. That one of the things I love the track. The only bad thing about this track is there's concrete walls on both sides of you. It's kind of like Dover. If there's a wreck or something, there's really nowhere to go to get away from it, and that's what these guys got to keep that mindset. That boy, if there's an accident up ahead of them, they've got to lock it down and make sure they don't get involved in it. No resets here. No resets. I mean, if you get damage on that car, it's a long set on pit road to get the damage fixed. So, man, I dread that for anybody out there. I'm sure we're probably going to see a few cautions here tonight, but with this size of a field, It's going to be exciting. We got 35 drivers in here right now, and I think there's probably going to be a couple more joining us here, I think. Because they have the go or go home room that have to qualify in. So I'm not really sure. I'm not sure how many more people are going to be joining us, but well, anyhow, Josh, I want to thank you for helping out tonight, stepping in and helping out. That's pretty cool, and kind of a last minute thing. But Scott's on vacation, and not only that, this is his week. He would be helping Robert over there on another league. So, but we're here, and he's on vacation, and you helping out, man. I appreciate that.
Oh, that's not a problem, Rudy. You know what? We got to help out each other when it comes to, the races and stuff. And, I'm glad to do this. This, gives me an opportunity to not only meet the guys, but, gives time to learn the track a little better.
Well, I'll tell you what, it's a good opportunity to learn a lot of the different drivers' techniques and lines and stuff. And it really does kind of help you learn just by sitting here watching. I've had great racers, good racers and great racers up in the booth with me, and they've got to see, and it's kind of, I don't know if you really want to call that, it's not really cheating, but if you can sit here and you can watch another driver race and learn his techniques and his line, watch his strategies out there on the track, the next time you go out there and race against that guy, you got that mindset of how he's doing it, so I'm going to refresh trading paints one more time, because I was having trouble with trading paints last night, and I'm looking at Steven Pearson's car, and that usually he has a paint job on that, and I'm not seeing a paint job, the normal paint job on his car. Matter of fact, I'm gonna get up here on Steven just to make sure that I do have his paint when it refreshes.
I am showing Steven Pearson in a white car.
Well, he should have a POW MIA car, and he's not having it here, and I'm not sure why. Well, as it did last night, it refreshed later in the race, and it come out fine. So we'll see. Okay, 3 minutes left till qualifying here, folks. Well, Braden, I will keep that in mind, brother. If you could maybe sometime come in my team speak, and I would like to try it out, work with you once, maybe go in a practice room and test you out and see, right now I really don't need anybody. It's just, Scott's on vacation this week, so Josh is filling in, but right now I really don't need anybody, but you never know when somebody's off, I'm always kind of digging around looking for somebody. But I've got a pretty good team right now with Scott and Josh, Jeff Dodson. A pretty good team. These guys pretty much cover for each other whenever somebody's not around. And okay, 2 minutes left. Yeah, Josh just joined our team here not long ago, and man, he picked it up really quick, and he's doing excellent.
I try, Rudy.
You do a pretty good job, man. I'm telling you, it's not hard. You're just sitting here, just relax and talk about the race. That's pretty much all it is. Well, folks, here just about a minute, we're going to step away and play our national anthem. We'll be right back after that. So you still have time to go get that beverage you wanted and a snack or whatever, and be ready for 145 laps here at Martinsville. It's going to go quick. It's going to go quick. I will do that, Braden. I will do that. I appreciate it. I'll PM you my TeamSpeak info. Or if actually Steam King could pop it in the chat there if he would like to do that. Steam King, could you pop in that TeamSpeak info in chat there? And Brady, if you're in TeamSpeak, he could join you in TeamSpeak there.
Oh, Brandon Kaufman's in chat. Hey, Brandon, how you doing, bud?
Brandon, what's up, buddy? Oh, cool. Yeah, slinging dirt. Well, that's what I'm going to be doing here shortly. So, but yeah, folks, we'll be right back. We're going to play our national anthem.
We take you down onto the track for our opening ceremonies.
Ladies and gentlemen, please rise. Please remove your hats.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
All right, folks, we're back here. Qualifying is underway, and Galen Gidman has taken the pole as of right now. I don't know if that'll change or not, but you know he's on the chance of grabbing another win here tonight with a time like that. Boy, that's a really good time.
Yeah, that's a really fast time, 19.089. I mean, he laid it down the floor on that one.
Well, Braden, hold on a minute, Braden. I'll send you that TeamSpeak info.
And Chris Grasso has now taken over the pole with a 19.070.
There you go, Braden. If you pop in there right now, I can give you permissions in there. That way you can come in anytime. I can do that on my other PC here. There we go. There you go. You're all hooked up. Okay. Okay, we got about less than a minute and a half here of qualifying, and And wow, Grosso takes over the pole. Wow, look at that lap. Oh, did you say that? Uh-oh, Josh just dropped connection. Uh-oh. Well, he may be back here. I'll keep an eye out for him. But it looks like that may wrap up, looks like that's going to wrap up qualifying, folks. And it looks like Chris Grosso is going to take the pole away from Galen Gidman. Dang. I don't know, I might be doing this by myself. Josh lost connection in TeamSpeak here, so I don't know what's going on with that. If that happened, he probably fell out of the race room too. So we'll see if he does come back. But that's going to end qualifying here, folks. All right, as they start getting lined up on the grid here, we'll run down through the qualifying order. Chris Grosso taking the pole with a 19.071. Congratulations to him for grabbing that pole. Galen Gidman will start on the outside of the front row in second. Don Williams third. Keith Haney starting fourth. Seth Hatchell fifth. David Howard Jr. sixth. Justin Kern seventh. Thomas Brandner eighth. Eddie McRae ninth. And Chris Samard 10th. Joe Mitchell starting 11th. Kurt Davidson 12th. Joe Owen in 13th. Shane Papala 14th. Stephen Pearson starting 15th. Ryan Gemmel, good to see Ryan back this week. He's starting 16th. Aaron Riley in 17th. Adam Baker 18th. Jeff Sharp 19th. Justin Rogers 20th. Paul Zoda will start 21st. Ross Cato 22nd. Paul Buzz Cohen starting 23rd. Dean Viney 24th. Billy Howard 25th. Jeff Glockner 26th. Len McNeese 27th. Daniel Haney 28th. John Estes 29th. Brad Hicks starting 30th. First one to not take a qualifying time. Bob Skinner 31st. Ivan Jones 32nd. David Gainforth 33rd. Stephen Parks 34th. And James Haney rounding out the field in 35th position. All right, we're getting ready already. These guys are ready to go. Boy, they're chomping at the bit. All right, get ready, folks. We're going green this time. Pace car in. Chris Grosso taking him to the line here. Galen Gidman starting on the outside with a brand new paint job, looks like. Green. And there's a green flag. Big field here tonight, 35 drivers. Chris Grosso will hold off the hard-charging Galen Gidman as they all get cycled around through here. Now Don Williams taking it to the inside. Boy, that's the thing. You leave that bottom line open, and people are going to get in there. So Galen Gidman, our points leader, quickly goes back to third. There's Josh. He's back. There you go, buddy. What happened?
Caution somewhere. Caution.
Oh, we got a caution. Let's go see where it's at. Oh, we got, okay, 07 there of Billy Howard. Well, let's go take a look here and see what happened. These guys were taking it kind of easy here, too. Not sure who got loose or what happened here. Oh, he got plowed into there by the number 88 of Jeff Glockner. Not sure what happened to Jeff Glockner there. Boy, that was, it was like all of a sudden the car just like snapped down and right into Billy Howard. I don't know if he maybe had a graphical issue there or what happened, but those two get collected together, and that brings out first caution of the race already. Are you there, Josh?
Yes, I'm here.
Oh, okay, okay. All right, well, that puts them guys on pit road as Chris Grosso continues to lead.
Just trying to load everything back up, Rudy.
Yep, take your time, buddy. We're under caution, so no, don't sweat it.
I'm gonna have to have our landlord take a look at these breakers. I believe some of them may be going bad.
Will you lose electrical power or what?
Breaker popped.
Oh man, yeah. It sounds like you got too much on that breaker or something.
It happens about once every 3 days.
Well, hey, there's Brandon Kaufman in there too. So, Brandon, I'll give you permissions in there as well. Braden was in there, but he left already. Oh.
Ready, green, 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 green.
There they go, back to green. I moved you down there. If you don't want to be there, Brandon, you can move. Doesn't matter. You were in there with Steam King. You guys can introduce yourself or whatever. Don Williams took a look on the outside, but not enough horsepower to get by. And Galen Gidman now closing up on the back of him. Back in the field here, Shane Papala running in 14th. Boy, this looks like some tight racing back here. It usually is with this big of a field, you know, Josh?
Yeah, that is true. Yeah,
and they got into it.
Caution somewhere.
And
caution.
There's another caution. And we got more guys involved in that. Let's go back and take a look and see what happened on this one. And we may wind up with quite a few cautions here tonight. I don't know. It's not looking too healthy.
Well, this is short track racing for you, Rudy.
It is. That is a fact. Okay, so Shane Papala is, I'm not sure where okay, there's the 54. And it looks like the 54 got loose and come right over and collected Shane Papala. Yep. And that's gonna damage both of them cars heavily. And that was Joe Mitchell that got loose there. Joe's gonna get he's gonna get some pretty heavy damage on his car too. And we got more guys that got into it there as well. So, all right, well, those guys are on pit road getting the damage fixed up. These guys are continuing to stay out. Nobody wants to pit yet. It's too hard to get interviews in here on a short track, Josh, so I'm not going to worry about interviews tonight.
Oh, okay, yeah, because they go green pretty quickly.
Yeah, it's sometimes you can, you know, if sometimes I can get a short interview in with somebody, but I'm not going to worry too awful much about it unless we have a lot of extra time. You know, I'm not going to worry too much about talking to people out here on the track, so. Well, it looks like Thomas Brandner already has taken his car behind the wall.
Oh, what a tough break for Thomas, man.
Yeah, definitely. I don't. What, did he lose connection or what? I think that's what happened to him last week.
I'm not sure exactly what happened.
Does it say in the chat box that he disconnected or fell through?
No, it's not. It hasn't came up yet.
Okay.
It might have did that before I got actually in, so.
I'd like to thank everybody for tuning in tonight. Folks, if it's your first time here, make sure you do hit that subscribe button. We'd appreciate that. And if you don't mind, give us a thumbs up on the video. Give us a like. We got 78 people tuning in. We ought to have 78 likes. We'd appreciate that very much. No dislikes. We don't want to see any dislikes. We just want to see likes. So not much is changing up in the front here. The top five, Chris Grosso, Don Williams, Galen Gidman, Keith Haney, Seth Hatchell. Justin Kern in 6th place. He's working his way up, picking up 1 spot since the beginning of the race. Another good racer, Chris Samard. He's picked up 3 positions as they're ready to go back green here. Pace car is in.
Ready, green, 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 green.
And there's the green flag. Boy, Don Williams didn't waste any time to get that jump on Chris Grosso. But he had, boy, it's going to be tough to try to complete that pass on the outside, I think, Josh.
Yeah, passing on this track is not ideal, man. You want to get as low as possible to get them into the corner and on the straightaways. This corner, but the number 50. The number 59's making it work. You know, he's staying up close and personal with Chris.
Yep. And he's getting that run now. If you notice the last time there, he did lead that lap. So if this was the last lap of the race, he would have won the race just by that run off the high side.
Yeah, that high side can work for some, and others it just can't. You know, this track is not ideal to pass on the outside, but there are some racers that can make the pass work.
Oh yeah, definitely. All right, back in the field, Jeff Sharp, 17th position. He's got Len McNeese on his tail. Len was involved in that wreck, but he didn't get a whole lot of damage. Looks like his car's okay. He didn't even come to pit road to get it checked out. Everything, I guess, seemed to be okay, and he's going to drive it. Shane Papala did not come to, or he did come to pit road, excuse me, and I guess it looks like maybe he just got the required damage fixed, because he's got the whole front clip missing on that car. Stephen Parks in 25th position. Justin Rogers, first car lap down, 26th. Also involved in that wreck. We've got a lot of guys back here that were involved in that. James Haney, John Estes, Daniel Haney, Buzz Cohen, and Ross Cato. Ross on pit road right now.
Caution somewhere.
And we have another caution. Looks like Paul Zoda going around. Well, let's go check this out. I think it's just the track conditions out here making it pretty impossible to, keep a steady pace. This is already, I think, caution number 3. Yeah, he just lost it coming out of the turns. If you don't hit that throttle point just exactly perfect, and man, I'll tell you, the car will spin around. And you know, it never used to be like this, Josh. I can remember back in the day when Gen 6 come out and we started running at Martinsville, this car hooked up at this track. It was so much fun to drive. You could come out of the turns and just put it right to the floor.
Yeah, I heard stories, people telling me about Martinsville and the Gen 6 cars. You know, they could just come out here, you know, they could turn 200 laps all hooked up, you know,
Yeah.
and it was awesome racing, you know.
Yep.
The way they redesigned the cars and the packages, you know, it made it pretty much wrecking loose in the corners. So
Right.
you got to go a little bit easier on that throttle.
Well, Keith Haney, always a factor out here, running in fourth. He has done a real good job of staying right with these guys up in the front. He's going to have to try to figure out a way to get by them. Seth Hatchell, fifth place. As you see, it's so hard to pass. These guys are really not picking up or losing very many positions. So, Ryan Gemmel, good to see Ryan back out. Missed last week. I forget I think he had computer issues or something. I don't remember. He had said in chat that he wasn't going to be able to make the race. Joe Owen is another one that's always a factor coming down to the end of it. Got a little bit of damage on the back of his car, not much, just enough to say he has some, but he's already picked up 4 positions since the beginning of the race, and that is a lot. 4 positions on a track like this is a lot.
Yeah, that is a lot of position for a short track like this. I do agree there. Track position is going to be the key at this track. The higher up you are, the better your chances are pulling off a good finish or even maybe a win.
All right, they're doubling back up. Lights are out. We're ready to go racing again. Josh, are you ready to get them going?
Yeah, I'm ready. I can do it.
Okay. I just want to make sure you were all back in and had everything set up.
Yeah, I got it all going. Just waiting for the pace car to dive off. There goes the pace car. Chris Grosso's holding it until they go green. Going around the corner.
Ready, green, 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 green.
And there's the green flag, and we are off green again here at Martinsville.
Boy, did Don Williams get a jump there or what? Man, he was right on it. He still has not been able to clear Chris. Chris is staying right there on the inside where he cannot, Don Williams can't technically complete that pass on him. But I'll tell you what, he ain't giving up.
You know, that's the key right there. Don't give up. Don't, just stay up there with him. You know, sooner or later you're going to be able to make that pass. I don't know how tire wear is going to play a factor at the track, but I can tell you that track temperatures are 96 degrees Fahrenheit, partly cloudy, 72 degrees. Winds coming out of the north, so I think fuel may be a big factor toward the end. I don't know about tires.
Seth Hatchell riding right behind Galen Gidman. Gidman looking for a hole to stick that nose into.
Caution somewhere.
And we have another caution. Wow, this is going to be caution filled here tonight. Paul Cohen going around. Let's go see what happened to Paul.
Oh man, he took a spin in the same spot Paul Zoda did, right at the exact same area.
I think it's just a lot of it is just getting that right throttle point down.
He got tapped.
Watching it here. Oh yeah, a little bumper action there from the 81 of, wow, Daniel Haney. So 2 lap cars getting together. All right, he gets it straightened out and gets it back going. And now I think we're going to see the leaders come to pit road. They've been out here for 30 laps, even though most of it's been under caution. I think we're going to start seeing some of these guys that haven't been to pit road yet probably peel off. I mean, right now we're looking at about maybe 14 drivers that have not been to pit road yet today. I mean, at this pace, they could probably go half of the race without pitting. This is caution number 4 already in 30 laps.
Man.
4 lead changes just amongst them 2 drivers. Chris Grosso's led 27 laps, and Don Williams led 4. Just by getting those runs on the outside, he's been doing pretty good. Well, since these guys aren't going to pit, tell you what we'll do. We'll try to get somebody up here. How about we talk to Aaron Riley? Let me see if I can get him in here. Aaron Riley, you got a copy?
Yes, sir. I got you.
Aaron, I see an awful lot of damage on that car. What happened there, brother?
Martinsville.
Oh, yeah, I know that. It's pretty much about all you can say at short track racing, right?
Yeah. I mean, all you really need here is tires. Just as long as the motor's good, you'll be all right.
Well, what do you think you got? I mean, you've picked up 4 positions since the start of the race. You think you can get it up there a little further, maybe finish in top 10 here today?
I think so. If I can keep the nose clean, or no more dirtier than it already is, I should be all right.
Very good, very good. Well, I know I don't have much time for interviews, so I'm gonna let you go here because it looks like you're already starting to double back up. So good luck.
Thank you, sir.
All right, Chris Grosso ready to start him off again. Hey Terry, how you doing? Calvin, hey, we got lots of people in chat there. Pace car's in, and here goes Chris Grosso. Green flag is out, and we're back underway here for Somo Lazy Days Racing.
I was on Chris Grosso at the start, and he got a little squirrely when the green flag came out. I think he got on the gas just a little bit too hard there.
Yeah, yep. But they're getting pretty battling it up pretty good up here. Eddie McRae kind of drifts back a little ways now. Not used to seeing him back this far. Wow, guys are all over the place, and we got one into the wall there. Steven Pearson tapping the wall. He's going to lose that position to Eddie McRae and receive some right side front damage. Aaron Riley right behind him also with damage. Ivan Jones. We've seen Ivan run really well now. Here's a guy that's picked up a ton of positions. Josh, he's coming from 32nd position, and he's running in 14th. Almost at the tail end of the field where he started.
Oh, wow. Yeah, that is a big mover right there. Probably one of the biggest movers so far in the race.
Oh, yeah, definitely. Len McNeese, another big mover, started 27th, running in 15th. Kurt Davidson, back here in 16th, having a decent run. James Haney, 17th. Stephen Parks, 18th. Brad Hicks, 19th. There's another big mover, started 30th and running in 19th. And Adam Baker, last one on the lead lap right now. Or I'm sorry, not the last one. Running in 20th, my bad. He has lost a couple of positions since the beginning of the race. Back up front, Don Williams does take over that lead. And Galen Gidman, second. They both got around Chris Grosso. Seth Hatchell cleared Keith Haney, goes into 4th. Now sets his sights on Chris Grosso.
I wasn't sure the tire wear on this track, and, he answered it during the interview, Yep. Apparently tires are going to play a big part in this race.
Yes, they will, I'm sure. Yeah, if we see these guys try to get 40 laps on a set of tires, they're going to be losing a lot of time on the track.
Don Williams currently in 18th in points. This would be a big win for Don Williams if he could just stay out front and hold the position, keep it. It would be a huge win for him.
Yes. Yeah, he'll pick up a lot of positions. Looks like we got a couple more guys that are out of the race. John Estes. Well, it's John Estes and Thomas Brander. Joe Mitchell still sitting on pit road trying to get damage fixed up. I don't know if we'll see him back out there on the track or not. Shane Papala now 24th, first car lap down, got into the back of Len McNeese, but Len saved it. Shane trying to stay on that that lucky dog position here to get that lap back.
And Len McNeese has some heavy rear end damage on that car right now. I don't know how bad it's going to affect the driving, especially on a short track like this. But over the race, I'm sure we'll see how it plays out.
And Dean Viney sitting there 26th position. He's running a lap down as well. So we've already got a bunch of them here that are a lap down or more. A lot of guys have re-entered the race. Ross Cato, Jeff Glockner, and Billy Howard all back in the race. That's that never give up attitude. Good job. Keith Haney being patient here, saving that car. Boy, look at that. Not a scratch on that paint. Hasn't been into the wall, hasn't been into anybody, keeping it clean. What you got to do. Chris Samard, pretty much the same way. He doesn't have any damage on his car yet. And Chris Grosso retakes second place from Galen Gidman. I did not see what happened there to Galen, but it must have been he slipped in the corner or something. But he's starting to get them tires cooled back off, and we'll see him back up there with Chris Grosso. They get through some of this lap traffic. They'll be all right.
Lap traffic is gonna play a role in how the race finishes, especially here at Martinsville. The leaders catching up to the lap cars. Are the cars gonna let the leaders by and not block, or are they gonna try to hold their line and not let the leaders beside them? So it's gonna play a factor.
David Gainforth, last one on the lead lap right now, 21st position. And Don Williams, our leader, is trying to look for a way to get by, and David's not going to fight with them. There's no sense in battling with the leader like that. You're just holding him up. You're not really racing for position there. You're just racing to try to stay on the lead lap, and that really doesn't make a whole lot of sense to do that. You don't want to get out there and race it with the leader.
Not really. I mean, you're taking a chance of not only wrecking yourself, but wrecking the leaders. And, it is short track, so getting your lap back is hard, but it's not hard at the same time. Under caution, you can get the wave by. Or, doing it the right way by going around, or doing it the hard way, I should say, going around and passing the leaders with fresher tires.
And here comes Seth Hatchell now closing up on Galen Gidman. I think Galen's having some issues here. He's been really loose coming out of the corners. Blinken probably ain't helping him a whole lot either. He just got loose again, and that's going to let Seth Hatchell close that gap up even more. He's got a whole mirror full of Seth Hatchell. Seth Hatchell got a mirror full of Keith Haney. Like I said, these guys racing back here are actually racing pretty good too. This is pretty good racing by this crew right here. Galen Gidman, Seth Hatchell, and Keith Haney. Now Keith looking to the inside here, Seth Hatchell. And he's going to complete that pass. Well, not quite complete it, but he will. There he goes. Keith Haney taking over fourth from Seth Hatchell. Chris Samard right there, he's looking to possibly get by Seth Hatchell. I don't know what's going on with Seth's car, but I think these guys are starting to feel that tire fall off right now. None of these guys up here in the front have been to pit road yet, Josh.
Yeah, that's what I was fixing to say, Rudy. Most of these guys up front have not pitted yet, so them tires, I bet you they're filling them tires right about now. They've been green for going on a little bit, probably, 15, 20 laps or so?
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, so, them tires are wearing down, and I'm sure a lot of these guys are feeling it.
Hey, Michael. Michael Lawler in chat. Thank you, buddy.
Hey, Michael.
Justin Kern, 8th place. He's lost 1 position since the start of the race, but he's still in good shape here, in the top 10. And we're coming up on the halfway mark here, and about another, 16, 17 laps? 17 laps, I think. We'll be at
17 laps, you are correct.
David Howard Jr. There's one that, oh, wow, there was a big bobble there. That was by Ryan Gemmel, and he's going to lose a couple of positions. We're seeing a lot of guys losing it coming out of the turns, and that's just a product of short track racing. This track is so flat in the turns, not much banking at all. I think it's only like 7 degrees or something.
Caution.
We have a caution.
Yep. And Buzz Cohen going around. Let's see what happened here. Riding here with Buzz Cohen. So far, I don't see anybody got into anything. It just lost it coming out of the turn. It just made a sharp left turn on him right there.
Turn 3 and 4 is tricky right there, man. If you get on the gas too hard, you're going to do that every single time. Unfortunately for the racers in that position, because there was cars around him, but they did a nice job of dodging it.
Yeah, I'm watching here. Some guys are trying to go low and some are going high, but they are going to get by him. So, but he's on pit road. Let's see. Now we did have a change here. A lot of them guys did come to pit road. Yeah, why can't I find my pit camera? There we go. Sorry about that, folks. Chris Grosso and company all come to pit road. All right, so but David Howard Jr. stays out, and he
is actually in. Yeah, he stayed out, but he is actually he did pit. So,
yep. And,
so yeah, he will get that all valuable bonus point.
Oh yeah, that's what it takes, man. That's what you got to do. Well, it's going to turn out Don Williams will be our leader here as they cycle around.
Unfortunately, we had some people disconnect from the racing. They have taken their cars completely behind the wall. Jeff Glockner, James Haney, and John Estes.
Yep. Well, Billy Howard's still in it. The few guys here that they were just on pit road not long ago, they're going to stay out, try to get one of their laps back. I believe Adam Baker, if he can get back on the lead lap, man, I'll tell you what, he'll be a contender. David Gainforth, these guys trying to get a lap back. Kurt Davidson and Ryan Gemmel. Somehow he got a lap down. Not sure how that happened, but Paul Zoda.
Yeah, I was just on Paul Zoda a while ago, and he got stuck at the end of pit road because pit road was closed, or the exit was closed, waiting for the cars to come around. So, he got stuck there for a couple minutes to let everybody by.
Oh yeah, it happens. You got to make your pits count. It's short. It's just a short track, and boy, it's just these cars make it around here so quick at 50 miles an hour. Well, folks, you can check out our website at MaxSpeedTV.com, and you can also follow us on Facebook at Facebook.com/MaxSpeedTV. All right, lights are out. They're going to double up. It's going to be Don Williams and Chris Grosso on the front row again. Right now, Don Williams has the most laps led with 39, barely edging out Chris Grosso. Chris has led 30.
And still a whole lot of racing left to go.
Yep. The only other leader we had was David Howard Jr. That stayed out there and collected that bonus point. All right, here we go. Pace car's in. Boy, the field's not very well tightened up here. Finally it does.
Ready, green, 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 green.
There's a green flag. Good start by the front row. And here comes Galen Goodman sticking his nose in there inside Chris Grosso. He's going to try to make this work. And he does. Boy, he doesn't waste any time. Look for Chris Grosso, though, to possibly make that crossover. But nope, guess not. Keith Haney, fourth. And boy, look at the pack he's got behind him. Brad Hicks in 6th place. Holy smokes. Coming from 30th, Josh. Man, what a...
Yeah, that is a big move,
Wow.
man. He finds himself in a good spot right now, 5th place.
7th.
7th, my bad. I looked at it wrong.
Jeff
5th
Sharp.
place would be Chris Samard.
Jeff Sharp in 8th. David Howard 9th. He just passed up Jeff Sharp. And Shane Papala back in it. Had heavy damage from an earlier altercation. And he's back in the race. That clip missing doesn't mean anything. It just makes the car lighter. Makes it faster.
Makes it faster, exactly.
Yep. There's no aerodynamics here to worry about. You don't have to worry about that. As long as it's not affecting the handling, car parts on there don't mean nothing. You could have a wire frame and the thing will run. It could look like a late model and it'll run fine.
Yeah, that's what I was fixing to say, man. It look like a late model driving around here. But hey, man, if it's not affecting the steering, the downforce doesn't matter. You know, as long as you can drive it.
Yep. Back up front here, Don Williams continuing to lead. Galen Goodman second. Galen's our points leader. And like you were saying there earlier, Josh, if Don Williams can come out of here with the win tonight, boy, that's really going to help him a lot. Would you say he was in 19th place in the points?
Don Williams, I'm looking at 18th place in the
18th.
points. Yeah, he has 2 top 10s. So you know he's got some nice finishes, but you know he's 18th back, and a win right here would move him up tremendously.
Oh, Galen loose again coming out of the turns. He's just really driving it hard right now to try to catch up. He's got to be extra careful here because, boy, I'll tell you, right behind him is Chris Grosso. I'll tell you what the difference is. Usually, I'm used to seeing Galen Goodman in a Toyota, and today he's driving a Chevy.
Huh.
That could make the difference right there. He's just not used to how that good old Chevrolet handles.
Yeah. Well, I was looking at the points here, and Chris Grosso is 14th in points. He has 1 win and 2 top 10, or 1 top 5 and 2 top 10s. So, you know, battling up there and getting a good finish for him would be an excellent an excellent in points for him as well.
Right. Yep. There's a lot of guys are looking at it, and, you know, every guy, every driver out here has their own little favorite track or favorite car track combination, and they'll excel better at certain tracks than they will at others. You know. Now I know Don Williams. That guy right there is a short track king. One of the short track kings. I've seen him in a good many races run excellent at short tracks.
Well, he's proven himself here tonight at Martinsville, that is for sure.
52 laps led right now. Passing up Paul Zoda, putting Paul another lap down. He's running in 24th, 2 laps down now. All right, 60 to go at the line here, folks. And Galen Gidman now starting to put a little distance there on Chris Grosso. And folks, you want to stick around for the interviews at the end here. We'll kind of get to pick these guys' brains a little bit, find out how their race was, and kind of maybe give you an insight of what the track felt like out there for these guys. Because I'm sure they're going to probably all have different stories to tell us about how this track feels. It's pretty hot and slick out there tonight, Josh.
Yeah, very hot and slick. 96 degrees is what the track temperature is. Yeah, I'm sure it's slick. I mean, we've already seen a couple of spinners coming out of 4, coming into 3, going out of 4 on the straight stretch, on the front stretch. You know, just self-spinning. You know, because you know they get on the gas too hard and it spins them.
Yeah.
But even the corners, I'm sure, are slick.
I don't know. I haven't seen too many Toyotas out here. Noah's asking for a look at the new Toyota, and I haven't seen any. Have you seen any Toyotas out here?
David Howard Jr. is in a Toyota.
Oh,
Stephen
okay.
Pearson is also in a Toyota.
Okay, let's jump down here real quick and.
Oh, there's several others in Toyotas as well. Ross Cato, Joe Mitchell.
There's the new Toyota right there. Don't look like David had time to paint up his car, but we'll give you a run around it here real quick so you can kind of get an idea. Maybe if you notice any changes. There is some changes in the rear spoiler. I do see that. And but pretty much that's about all I really notice. There's supposed to be the new shark fin on the back here. You can see the new shark fin. That's supposed to be
Caution
new.
somewhere. Caution.
Oh, we've got a caution, unfortunately.
We got a caution. Okay, let's go see where that caution is. Galen Gidman going around. No, but he kept it off of the wall. Wow, that's going to be very costly time-wise. He can't get turned around here. I don't know what he's doing here. And Don Williams he's coming to pit road. I think he's bringing everybody in. Yep, him and Chris Grosso. Well, that really cost Galen Gidman a lot. He's going to be a couple of laps down now. He couldn't get turned around there because, and that's another bad thing about this track right here. With them close quarter walls there, there's not really enough room to kind of do a U-E, you know, and he didn't want to spin it around, you know, by using power, because if somebody was coming by on the outside, he would kind of plow into them, you know, so you're kind of in a bad mess right there. Well, it's going to be a bad night here for our points leader.
Yeah, it was a tough break for Galen Gidman having that little incident there. But, you know, there's still quite a few laps left. 51 right now. We'll probably 48, 47 to go when everything's said and done. I get back on track. you know, anything can happen. He can get that lap back in no time. You know, if everything plays out in his favor, that lap will come back quicker than what you think. David Howard Jr. did stay out.
Yes, he did. Him and Brad Hicks. But now they're coming in.
Yep, David Howard Jr. led another lap.
And that's going to give the lead up to Steven Pearson. So he'll lead his first lap of the race. He'll grab a bonus point, knock that out. But I don't know if I think he's probably going to have to, he's going to be stuck staying out now. He can't pit now. So he's pretty much committed to starting out here on the top spot. If he pits, he's going to probably serve a penalty. He'll be entering a closed pits, and I think that's start at the end of the longest line. So he's going to stay out, and he's got Don Williams right beside him. Don's going to have a little fresher tires. Looks like Adam Baker. He's going to stay out and try to get his lap back, and he does. He's going to be back on the lead lap. Good job, Adam. That's a way to stay after it. So we're going to have 15 cars on the lead lap.
Sorry about that, Rudy. I noticed Adam has some damage on the front of that car.
All right, pace cars in. Boy, Adam's got to hustle to get around that track because they're ready to go green. Here we go. Uh-oh, what happened?
The admin has thrown another caution to, I guess, let everybody catch back up to the pack.
Oh, okay. Yeah, field probably wasn't tight enough yet. Well, like I said, you know, when Adam Baker come around, he wasn't even close to being there, you know. I mean, he was still half a lap behind him, and they were already getting ready to go green.
And, you know, it happens on short tracks like this.
Yeah.
So.
All right, let's try it again. And they're still not going. What the heck's going on here? Oh, tell me they don't. I think there is a glitch at this track. There is a caution glitch at this track. Well, there used to be. I don't know if it's still there or not. All right, pace cars in this time. Let's see if they get going this time. A little confusion there, folks, but we'll get her going.
Ready, green, 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 green.
And there we go, green flag. And Don Williams is already going to jump back out to the lead, clearing Steven Pearson. That's them fresh tires for you. Chris Grosso, now he's going to try the same thing. And he's going to make it stick. Keith Haney will be next. He's going to try, I think he's going to try it on the inside here. Steven's not fighting him too awful much here. He knows they've got a little fresher tires, and he's going to stay the heck out of the way. He's going to go backwards, actually. A lot of guys are going to get by Steven, but he got that bonus point out of the way. He led 4 laps, Josh.
Oh, and we have a spinner, but he did save it of the number 1. Yes, he did lead the lap. Sorry.
Steven Parks.
He almost lost it going down in there, but he saved it. He did a heck of a job saving it.
And I don't see any damage on Steven's car. Man, he's almost into the top 10 here tonight. This is
Steven
good.
Parks currently running in 12th.
Yep. Adam Baker now that's back on the lead lap, running in 13th. I'll tell you what, Galen Gidman's not far from getting his lap back. I would say maybe in another caution or two, we'll see Galen back up there on the lead lap. He didn't get any damage when he spun it out, but I do notice a little bit of damage on the left front, but I think he got that from contact with another car. But he is running in 16th right now. That's our points leader coming into tonight. It's a long season, you know, that's the thing. It's a long season, 36 races, and we're only on what lap? Like the 4th race of the season, I think it is.
5 of 40. The standings after 5
race.
of 40 races. Yes.
Okay, this is the 6th race, huh?
It's what I'm looking at. Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Man, they go quick. But yeah, 30 more races to go, so they got a whole season. They'll be racing all the way clear to November of this year. They were in the full NASCAR season. Chris Simard in 4th. Seth Hatchell not far behind in 5th. Shane Papala, there's a big mover. He's the one that we were talking about earlier about the front end being gone on that car. And he was involved in one of those wrecks here that was pretty bad, actually. And I think it was between him and Billy Howard, I think, when they got together earlier. And he's doing quite well here. No front end clip on the car, but he's doing well. And that's a right front tire changer for Kurt Busch, folks. Shane Papala, the actual right front tire changer for Kurt Busch.
Oh, well, I did not even know that.
Yep.
Wow. I was just looking in here, Rudy. The second in points, Joe Roberts, who is second in points. He is not in the race tonight.
Yeah, he didn't make it. Interesting. Tell you what, these guys are getting after it now. They're doing quite well here with this green flag run. This is what makes a race good, when you can get these green flag runs in, because that kind of gives the car a true, chance to settle in on them tires. And that's what these guys all pray for: green flag runs, because it gets you find it. You may be a little slower, but the car feels more comfortable on the track.
Yeah, exactly, Rudy.
Galen Gidman just passed up a bunch of guys here, got himself into the lucky dog position in 14th. Passed up Justin Kern and Ryan Gemmel. It goes into 14th. Justin Kern now would be back here 15th place. Ryan Gemmel 16th. Len McNeese 17th. Eddie McRae 18th. Kurt Davidson 19th. And David Howard now back in 20th position. But he did lead a couple of laps and got some bonus points. This might not be one of his better tracks here. You just never know.
Adam Baker running in the last one that's on the lead lap. Galen Gibman is not too far behind him. I know it's not for position,
right?
But the further up Galen gets, the less cars he has to pass to get his position back.
Yep. Adam Baker is the last one on the lead lap, and he's really not that far ahead of the leader right now, Don Williams. Less than a half a straightaway, or about a half a straightaway, I would say. And Don's got Chris Grosso chasing him down now. Don knows he's got to start disposing these lap cars quickly, because Grosso has closed that gap up to almost within a half a second. And, oh, man, there you go. He's got into the back of, looks like David Gainforth there. Gainforth trying to stay ahead, for some reason, trying to stay ahead of the leader here. I'm not sure why. But he's fighting pretty hard here with our leader. Wow. Don, man, he really wish he could get by David Gainforth right now, I'm sure. There he goes. He's looking to the inside now. And he's going to clear him. I guess they just had to wait for the right opportunity there to get by a lot of lap traffic and for David to give him the room. You know, I mean, it was kind of hard for him to give him the room when there's cars all around him.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. You kind of read my mind, Rudy. You know, there was a lot of vehicles around David at the time,
Right.
and there was nowhere for David to really go. So, you know, he just kind of had to hold his line until he could get around the other vehicles to move. You know,
Yep.
and I'm sure David wasn't doing that on purpose. I'm sure he's
no.
like, you know, well, just let me get out of the way, and you can, you know, you can have it. But you know, it's short track racing. It's bumper to bumper. You know, it may not look like it, but it really is. Because it don't take long to catch up the car in front of you if you can, you know, if you've got the tires to do it.
Well, it started out with you know, quite a few cautions there. We were kind of surprised at, but we did wind up having 6 cautions here tonight. We got 24.
Oh, we've got one.
Oh, there's another one.
And it looks like Don Williams.
Yeah, he's going to get into the back of them. Let's go check this out. Actually, you know what? We're going to ride along with him and see what happened, because it happened up ahead of him. I didn't see who was involved in that, but Adam Baker or somebody got together there. No, it was cars up ahead, and what he did was he come through the smoke here, and boy, he couldn't see that car until it was too late, and he gets into the back of them. So, man, I did not see who was that.
I believe it's the number 19 of Wine Gemmel.
Trying to get a number. Yeah, you are right. Number 19. All right. So they get together, and now our leader is puffing smoke, and he's sitting on pit road. Well, that kind of took him out of it, but Chris Grosso takes over the lead now, and he is pitting, and this will be their final pit stop of the day right here, I assure you. Even if it does stay, you know, or if they have another caution, he's not going to want to pit, because track position is going to be everything. Now, Chris Samard come out first off of pit road, but he did a 2-tire change, Josh. I don't know how that's going to work out, man. I don't know. On a track like this, 2 tires, you might be all right for a few laps, but I don't think he's going to be able to hold off Chris Grosso.
Oh, 2-tire change. That's going to be, you know, and this is just my opinion. You know, it's nothing against these guys. 2-tire change here at Martinsville, that could be devastating, you know, unfortunately. But you know, you don't know exactly what these guys' plans are. You know, are they trying to play the caution game?
Right.
Are they, you know, going to take the 2 tires and just try to hold their line? You know, we don't know what actually they're thinking. So maybe a 2-tire change may not be a bad thing.
Oh yeah, definitely. Yep. Well, it looks like that completely took Don Williams out of the race. Too much damage, and he is unable to continue. I don't know. Is he even in chat in team? Nope, he disconnected. Everybody does that. Don't ask me why. I don't know. It's a psychological thing, I think. As soon as they get wrecked out, they're gone. They leave.
Yeah, that's a tough break for Don too, man. He was running so good, and unfortunately, you know, when you do get into that smoke and you can't see, you know, and he hit him on accident. I'm sure it was. I'm sure he tried to slow down, but you know, he hit him just enough to where it blew the engine. And
well, that was good news for a lot of drivers out here that got back on the lead lap. Let's see, Galen Gidman, Adam Baker, Len McNeese, Kurt Davidson, and David Howard Jr. all back on the lead lap, and we're ready to go back green already. Look at this.
Oh, wow. Yep, already.
Pace car's in, and here we go. Oh, they threw the caution again because the field was not tightened up again. Yep, admins threw caution again. Yeah, because that's the bad thing about that when you get the wait-bys, you know, they get the automatic wait-bys there at 1 to go. It's hard to make it all the way around the track and catch up to the field before they go green. It looks like they're going to make it now.
Yeah, it is.
think they're going to make it now. All right, here we go.
Ready, green, 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 green.
There we go. Green, green, green. Good start by Chris Samard. He's inside Chris Grosso. It's a Chris and Chris show up in the front. And Chris Samard's been to victory lane once this season already, so he knows how to get there.
You know, and Chris Samard is taking it as low as he possibly can to that yellow line, but he's not getting on that little curve there. So as long as he can hold it down there, he might be able to hold off Chris Grosso.
Yeah, and they're battling. They're edging it out. Grosso drove it into the turn really hard that time. At the line, he would have won it if it would have been the last lap, because Chris led that lap. But Chris Samard he is holding on to it. I don't think he's going to be able to hold on to it now. Oh, man, maybe he is. Oh, he's loose. Here comes Keith Haney.
You know, Chris Samard's not giving up though on that outside against Keith Haney. He's still pushing it. You know, he's wanting that win, but you know, unfortunately, with 10 to go, 11 to go, you know, he's going to have to make his moves here pretty quickly on a short track like Martinsville.
Yep, and Seth Hatchell's got a little bit of a nose there, but he's not going to be able to get by Chris Samard. But Seth coming from 5th place to 4th and been staying there pretty much the whole race long. Looking for a good night. Shane Papala starting 14th and running in 5th. That's a good move, and boy, with the heavy damage on that car, he's running excellent here.
Another one to speak up is Brad Hicks, who started 30th and is now in 7th.
Yeah.
So he started on the restart where he went in. So, you know, a great run for him.
Oh yeah, this is really good. 10 to go, folks. Chris Grosso in the lead, and he's got some distance on Keith Haney now. 0.8 of a second pull away. Chris Samard in 3rd, holding off Seth Hatchell.
Another one I was going to mention would be Ivan Jones, who also started in the 32nd spot. He is in 8th.
Yeah.
So, you know, these guys are making moves here at Martinsville, you know, starting in the back and finishing in the front.
Well, Ivan Jones is always one that you want to keep an eye on throughout a whole race because, you know, he likes to ride in the back quietly and stays out of trouble. But coming down to the end of the race, he'll be up there bidding for the win. And here he is, boy, coming from 32nd to 8th, inside that top 10. That's going to mean a lot. Grosso looking to capture his victory here tonight. I think this will be his first win of the season, I believe. Isn't it?
Let me check real quick, Rudy.
Pointing out Keith Haney 2nd, Chris Samard 3rd, and Seth Hatchell 4th. Steven Pearson hanging on tonight. Galen Gidman, now we were wondering where he was at because he's our points leader coming in tonight. He is still struggling with a very loose car, and I think he's just going to be just glad to get the night over right here. And I wouldn't blame him a bit. You know, just be like, yes, it's over. 4 to go for Chris Grosso. In a lot of lap traffic right now, too. Passing up Paul Zoda, and then he's got Dean Biney to get around next.
Well, speaking of Christopher Grosso, he won the iRacing World Daytona 500, the very first one.
Okay.
But after that, he has not won since. So.
Yeah. Okay. Well, this will be number 2. That'll tie Galen Gidman with 2 wins. So that's not too bad. I don't know what that's going to do for him in the points, but boy, he's got a lot of lap traffic to deal with right now. And he's got a closing Keith Haney But I don't know if there's going to be enough time. He's just going to have to probably ride right now behind that lap traffic because they're too wide ahead of him, and there's no way for him to get by. Keith Haney might try to use that lap traffic. Oh, Keith just slipped. That's not going to be good, but it's going to be good news for Chris Grosso. He's going to bring it to victory lane. 3 wide on the last lap, and at the line, it's going to be Chris Grosso. Wow, good job, man. That was awesome. I can't believe he took it 3 wide right there. That was pretty amazing.
Took it 3 wide to win it.
Well, I'm not sure. Let me look here real quick because, okay, Seth Hatchell did take 3rd then. Okay. He did get by Chris Samard.
Yeah, Chris Grosso in 1st, Keith Haney in 2nd, and Seth Hatchell in 3rd is what I've got.
Right. That's exactly right. Okay. Well, let's see if we can get, we'll start out with Seth Hatchell here, get him up here. Seth Hatchell, you got a copy?
Yes, sir.
Well, Seth, you didn't get the win here tonight, but I'll tell you what, you worked very hard at it to get up there and put yourself in position and grab that 3rd place away from Chris Samard right there on the last couple of laps. Tell me about the racing out there, because it was we had quite a few cautions at the beginning of the race, but then it settled into some green flag runs.
Yeah, it was quite an interesting race, especially for me. I had up and down night. At one point, I think I was 3rd, and then under caution, I think I missed my pit stall and had to come back around, so it was crazy. But at the beginning of the race, I wasn't nearly as fast as I was at the end. The track seemed to rubber in. It seemed to work really well. The middle line was almost working better than the bottom, and then finally the bottom came back there at the end. I think that's what really helped me get by Chris. That was fantastic racing with him at the end.
Yes, it was, man. That was great. Well, it turned out to be a pretty decent race here after all. I mean, there was some cautions at the beginning, but man, it just really turned into some great racing.
Yeah, it was especially getting close there at the end. I was seeing, who was it, Keith and Chris up there in the front with all the lap traffic, and I knew it was going to be interesting up there.
Well, congratulations on your 3rd place finish. This ought to really help you in the points, Seth. I mean, I know it's early in the season. This only being race 6 out of 36. I mean, or 35, whatever it is, and long season to go. What do you think about this long season, man? Do you like these long seasons?
At times, yes. Of course, when you're getting pretty good finishes, it's really nice. I know at the beginning of the year I wasn't doing too awful well, but these last 2 weeks now I've done pretty well, so it's starting to feel a bit better.
Well, that's very good, very good. All right, well, we'll let you go celebrate that 3rd place finish. Congratulations, Seth, and you got anybody you want to thank?
Yeah, I'd like to thank my team, MB Motorsports. I'd like to thank you, Rudy, for doing these fantastic broadcasts for people to watch, and Paul and all the great racers for putting on this great league.
Okay, buddy, we'll go celebrate that 3rd place, and we'll be back here next week to see you.
Sounds good.
All right, Josh, you got the winner. I don't see Keith Haney in TeamSpeak here to talk to him, so I guess we'll just talk to the winner.
Sounds good. Chris, you got a copy?
Yes, sir.
Chris, what an amazing finish, man. You started 1st. You ended the race in 1st. How was the racing in general out there? I know it was tight. Had some incidents at the beginning, but, everything got straightened up. A lot of free spins. But how was the racing in general throughout the whole race?
It was pretty good. It was nice. We got a lot of green flag laps, and it kind of got strung out, so you could kind of feel the car out. It's always kind of cool being at Martinsville and going through lap traffic and trying to fight your way through. It brings a different element to your normal cookie cutter track. So it was pretty good. Everybody was really, really good, and it was a fun race.
Well, I'm sure it was. Now over the laps, the longer the green flag ran, how was the tire wear?
It was pretty good. I did some testing earlier in when the new build first came out, and it was pretty good. I mean, it didn't hurt too much. I know on that last stop I wanted 4 instead of 2 just to drive it in there off the corner to get around. So it wasn't too bad. So we'll see what happens next week.
Well, congratulations, Chris, on your win tonight. Is there anybody you want to thank?
Yeah, absolutely. I want to thank Eric Briley and everybody over at Lazy Days for putting this together, and all you guys do a great job with the broadcast. My spotter, Chris Fowler, unfortunately, he's not here tonight, so I'm kind of bummed that we couldn't win with him, but I'm sure he's watching. And Jaws Graphics for giving me a good paint, and yeah, that's it.
Well, Chris, congratulations again on your first place finish tonight, and go celebrate your win, man.
Yeah, 10-4. Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
All right, well, we did catch up with Keith Haney. He finally come in TeamSpeak here. Keith, is there?
Yes, sir, I am.
Wow, what a run tonight, brother. Man, I'll tell you what, you did an excellent job out there. You kept the car clean. How did you do that?
Man, I'm not exactly sure. I guess just by following guys around, man, because I was for sure I was going to have a couple of dings on it tonight.
Well, I'll tell you what, it looked good. That was a great finish right there. A lot of lap traffic on them last few laps, and you guys had to deal with that. Now, that put you right up there. You closed up on the bumper of Chris Grosso for a little while, and it was looking like it was going to be a tight battle to the end. But with all that lap traffic, there was no way for you guys to kind of get separated out of that so you could race it up, you know, if you will. But man, I'll tell you what a race it turned out to be at the very end there. We had a few cautions at the beginning, but you know, this is short track racing, you know, and if you come out of here and expect to run this whole race and not get any damage, it's like running at Bristol. You know, Keith, I've talked to you before about that. I've talked to a few of these other guys about that. If you expect to run at Bristol or Martinsville and come out of here without any damage, you might want to think about taking up checkers, you know, because
amen.
You're going to get damaged. That's just the nature of the beast, you know, but your car looks good. You managed to keep it pretty clean, brought it home second, man. And you drove your tail off to get there. I got to say.
Rudy, I did. I mean, that's no joke because, I mean, this field is unreal at the guys we got out there. Chris Crusoe, every time that he's in a race, I know that he's the guy to beat. Galen Gidman, he's a really fast driver. Heck, the whole top five were really great drivers tonight. And, I mean, that you just can't come in here and expect to just drive around with your finger up your butt and have a good race. You're going to have to put your elbows out and you're going to have to go racing if you want a good finish with this league. And, man, I'm proud to be in the broadcast anytime because, like I say, this is a elbows out racing league right here. I mean, top-notch drivers.
Oh, yeah, definitely. Yeah, well, we've seen Don Williams up there for quite a while, and it looked like he was going to be the guy to beat here tonight, and he got
man.
We rode on board with him, and when he come around the corner, there was a puff of smoke, and all of a sudden, that puff of smoke, inside of that puff of smoke was a car, and he just had nowhere to go. He tried to get away from it, and man, that was just devastating to him, I'm sure, but... Man,
absolutely. Hey, Don is the most quietest, fastest driver out there. You don't realize that Don is a top-notch driver until he's up there in front of you, and you're like, whoa, where'd Don come from? Because he don't say a word. I mean, he is like the Matt Kenseth out there for sure. I mean, he'll sneak up and beat you and won't say a word to you. I mean, it's unreal. I don't even know where he came from tonight. I definitely hate it for you, Don, if you're listening tonight. I seen you get caught up in that lap traffic wreck, buddy. We're the class of the field for sure, man. I hate it for you.
Yep, I've seen him just dominate short track racing. I think, you know, we were talking about that here a little while ago, Josh and I, but, you know, every driver's got their favorite car track combinations, and some guys excel at short track, some guys excel at medium-sized track, and some guys excel at the super speedways, you know, but that's his niche, you know, that little short track racing, boy, that he is really good
Absolutely.
at. Yep.
Absolutely. But he is the guy.
Keith, you did an excellent job here tonight, dude. I'm telling
you, Rudy.
It's just really good to see you back up in the hunt here. Second place for you, man. That's great. So anybody you want to thank tonight?
Hey, man, you guys are putting on a great show. I love watching your races, Rudy. Dang, you make the best broadcasters, and that's why you got the most views out there out of any broadcast there is anyway. So, man, thank you for putting on a heck of a show. Paul Zada, my teammates, James Haney, my dad, cousin Daniel Haney, and the sponsors tonight, O2 Derm Relief for being on the car. thank you guys. I look forward to seeing you next week.
All right, buddy. Well, thanks for talking with us. Congratulations on second place, and we'll see you.
Yes, sir. Thank you, Rudy.
All right, let's get up here to the results, Josh, and we'll get the heck out of here. Chris Grosso brings home the win here tonight. That'll make his second of the season. My bad. I was thinking that he hadn't won this season, but stats show differently. That is his second win. Keith Haney coming in second. Keith never did get the lead lap, but he was right there and bidding for that win right at the very end. Seth Hatchell getting by Chris Samard on the last couple of laps and comes home third. Chris Samard finishing fourth. Shane Papala with a fantastic run here tonight, man. He really did an excellent job. With the front clip missing off of that car, he did an excellent job. Brought it home fifth. Joe Owen, great job by Joe tonight, coming home sixth. Brad Hicks, all the way from like 30th place up to 7th, man. Great run for Brad. Ivan Jones, he is inside the top 10 like we figured he'd be. He takes up 8th position. Stephen Pearson, we seen him get out there. He stayed out and led a couple of laps, and he comes home 9th place tonight. Adam Baker was trapped a couple of laps down, come back from that and finishes in the top 10. Josh?
Yes, Aaron Riley finishes 11th. Galen Gidman, unfortunately, involved in an accident. He finished 12th. Stephen Parks, who did not put in a qualifying time, actually finished 13th, so that was a good finish for Stephen. David Howard Jr. finishes 14th. Lynn McNeese in 15th. Kurt Davidson in 16th. Justin Kern in 17th. Eddie McCrae in 18th. David Gainforth in 19th. And Jeff Sharp will finish 20th. Rudy?
All right, Dean Viney in 21st. Paul Zoda 22nd. Bob Skinner 23rd. Daniel Haney 24th. Don Williams 25th. Ross Cato 26th. Ryan Gemmel 27th. Billy Howard 28th. Paul Cohen 29th. Justin Rogers 30th. Joe Mitchell 31st. James Haney 32nd. Jeff Glockner 33rd. John Estes 34th. And Thomas Brander retiring way early. Only turned like 8 laps or something. And he will finish 35th on the field. So, wow. Congratulations again here to Chris Grosso for his second win of the season, bringing home here at Martinsville for Somo Racing. Thanks for watching tonight on MaxSpeedTV, and we'll see you next time. Till then, stay safe and have a good night.